Danny from Mysterious Things, and I wanted to come on today and talk to you about the fire in Los Angeles. I know everyone has been glued to their TVs watching it or wherever you're getting your information. And our heart goes out to all the people involved there. And I want to talk about a little bit different subject, and that is the animals that are still there. Some of the animals have perished, and it's not the cause of the people. Some of the people were away from their homes when the fire started, and they wouldn't let them back in to get their pets. And people are devastated. These are members of their family. I can't even imagine what would feel like to have my little pup stranded up there in the hills, terrified. I'm sorry. Anyway, there are a lot of great groups in and around LA, shelters and other rescue groups that are taking care of the animals that are brought to their shelters, trying to find their families, trying to get them back home, trying to take care of them from their burns, injuries. And they're terrified too. So I have found this resource. It's linked above. I'll link it in the description. And it gives many resources around the area. You don't have to pick just one. Just it tells you what they need, whether they need cash donations or if they need food or blankets or whatever, or if they need volunteers or if they don't. Each of these organizations has different needs and does different things. I'm sorry. I woke up this morning and I felt this or heard this scream from the Los Angeles area, the anguish there of the animals, of the people, of the land itself. And it was like, I don't even know if I can recreate it. It was like, and it was loud and it was heart-wrenching. And that's when I knew I had to come on and do something. So, let me gather myself a little. Please, if you can contribute in any way, please check out these above, these organizations, above or below. I'll get the link in the description also, and help out. There are lots of organizations helping the people. The government doesn't really necessarily help the animals. They have their priorities on the people. So this is a cry for help from Los Angeles. And do what you can. Do what you can. Okay, so back to some business. You know, there's been a lot of finger pointing about what went on and what went wrong. And, you know, everybody's blaming everybody else. And I wanted to take a look at I guess the first thing is there's a lot of talk on whether this was arson or not. And I believe that in some areas, yes, it was arson. But let's talk about how this started, how this fire started. Can you tell me how the first LA fire started? Guides and angels. Give me the facts. How did this start? How did the fire start in LA? Page of Cups, reversed. It was something little. It started very small. Emotional security, insecurity. Something wasn't secured. Ace of Cups. New feelings and emotions. Rebellion. So is this a person? Started small. I think unintentionally. It looks like the Ace of Cups. It was not an intentional thing, but somebody was doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. Whether they were smoking a cigarette, tossed it out the window, they were doing something they weren't supposed to do, but it was something little. It wasn't, nobody intended on starting this huge fire. At least that's what I'm getting. 10 of Pentacles, family wealth, financial security. It's someone who is feels entitled. Excuse me, I'm going to get my glasses. So I actually see what I'm doing here. Sorry. Okay, so we have a lot of little rich kids or people up in that area. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Again, the communications, the young person, probably from some money area. There are a lot of people up there that don't have money. But the Pacific Palisades, there are a lot of people, at least more fortunate than others. 7 of Cups. So, there were a lot of possibilities on, things that could have happened. It could have not, whatever it was, could not have ignited. It could have just burned itself out. Somebody could have found it. There were all kinds of possibilities for this to happen or not happen because it'd been done 1,000 times. Been done. I really see a cigarette. I see somebody tossing a cigarette out the window, and they've done it 1,000 times. It was no big deal. Even though you're not ever supposed to do that, this was kind of a fluke in that, this is why they tell you don't throw the cigarette out the window. But that's what happened. Somebody didn't do this intentionally. They did it by accident. And they've done it a bunch of times, and it was a little thing. The 10 of Cups. These people are fortunate. These people were blessed. They were not thinking. They were not thinking. They were immature. This is the Empress, but it's reversed. So immature, big ego, no big deal. And the hermit reversed. They were lonely, kind of trying to show off. In their own mind, they were insecure in that their ego says, I can do that. Immaturity and ego are not a great combination. And that immaturity is like, well, I can do this, rules don't really apply. No big deal. Done it 100 times. I mean, that's what I keep getting over and over. I'd say something like that, a cigarette, something very small, inconsequential. And with the fire conditions, it hadn't rained there since July, not an inch since July. And then the winds got it, and it just took it. It just took it. So I don't think the original fire was intentional. Now, copycats and fire go together. And I used to work on fires. And I can tell you that the minute one starts, it triggers something in people. They love to see the fire. They love to light the fire. They love to scare the people. Let me see about the rest of the fires, if I can get who caused these fires. Now the tarot, I'll tell you a little bit about the tarot while I'm shuffling. The tarot helps me focus on the intuitions that I pick up. And YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only. But it helps me focus my energy in certain areas. So that's all it is. It's nothing scary. It's not the devil. It's you have the same abilities that I do. When you focus on something, it comes easier than if you're just scattered. So that's all the tarot is focusing on my intuitions and how I read the cards. Okay, so here it is. This is about the other fires. Did one person start these other fires, or was it more than one? This is the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is reversed. And so the Knight of Swords is kind of a charging ahead type action, but reversed, it's unpredictability, impulsiveness. Somebody who has that urge to light fires is a really impulsive person. They like to see that. They don't really have a direction in life. They can't, it's almost like they can't help themselves. It's almost an addiction. It's that same feeling as an addiction. So that's kind of right on the path. The Four of Wands. It's the harmony, the home, the community. I'd say this person lives in that community. And these fires may even have affected that person. But the addiction to that is still strong, that once that other fire lit, then the addiction came out, and he just couldn't help himself or herself. The High Priestess, inner tuition, unconscious inner voice, and mystery. Yes, it is a mystery right now. And I don't know if they're gonna find this person. They're gonna find this person. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, what goes up comes down. I think, yes, they will find out who lit at one or two of the other fires, maybe not all. And that one person didn't do them all. There's more than one person involved here, I believe. Domestic strife, broken home, shattered dreams, from the Ten of Cups reversed. So this person is disillusioned from a broken home. That's what caused their addiction to this. They've probably, this is probably not their first rodeo when it comes to lighting fires. Find the person that lit the fire in the basket of the boys' bathroom, and you've probably got that guy. Nine of Cups. They really wanted luxury and, oh, my little puppy's barking, having a dream. They were jealous of what those other people had. And so why not? That's okay. You don't need to dream, sweetheart. Nothing bad's going to happen. So I'd say they were jealous, kind of not, they were part of some of the people that were not in the luxury homes, wanted to be, felt it was unfair. And I think they probably will catch this person that lit one or two of the other fires. I'll call one more card. The Five of Wands. Conflict, competition, tension. I think the Five of Wands signifies that they're going to catch them. It's going to be a cat and a mouse game to catch them. It'll happen eventually. I don't think it'll happen right away, but this person's probably going to slip up and take some sort of credit, or this ego that's involved with this person is big, and so they're going to tell their friend. They're going to have too much to drink in a bar. Somebody's going to learn from this person exactly what has happened. So yes, they're going to catch him. And the first person, I don't think they are. The one that threw the cigarette out the window to start this, I don't think they'll ever catch this person, because they didn't intend to do it. So there's no energy around them. Their energy around them is they may not even known that they caused it. So they don't have the energy of, oh my God, I did it, or I'm afraid somebody's going to come get me. That produces a lot of energy when there's something like that around someone. But when they didn't even know they did it, it was an accident, there's no energy around them. There's energy around what happened, but there's no energy around that person that links them to this fire. So unless they suddenly tumble to the fact that they threw that cigarette out the window and it started the fire, there's not going to be a connection. I really don't think they'll find out. There's plenty of blame. People are blaming each other all over the place. But the important thing is, take care of the people now. Take care of their property so it's not looted. Take care of their animals. Please take care of these animals. as I'm doing this, there are 24 people dead. Which is low for the huge evacuation that went on in the amount of people in that small area. But the devastation to the wildlife and to the animals there, it is going to be many times more than that, hundreds, thousands maybe. So please help. And I just can't sign off with happy life.